Ladies and gentlemen, the curse for live action adaptations has finally been broken.
Let's go!
Oda Sensei Maowins and his team really produced many great moments and scenes that left most of us amazed and truly surpassed expectations in many moments and ways. Getting the right cast and crew is the first hurdle, but how they embody the roles and have scenes prepared for them is truly the most challenging part. So how well did the main cast perform? Starting with Inaki. Man, from the beginning this man is simply just Luffy, embodying the goofy but charming characteristics of what make Luffy, well, Luffy. From being oblivious to mentioning himself as a pirate to any and everyone, and just joining different personalities in people and having them come to work together. Though Inaki showed the most to me in episode 7, at the joint conclusion of the episode during the iconic moment, Nami asks Luffy for help. This man turned up the Chad levels and truly became him, showing the fearlessness and protective side of Luffy. Cause if you mess with innocent people or those he loves, he'll simply turn on beast mode and
kick your ass just like I did theirs.
Though apart from Inaki's performance, what made this scene so powerful and one of the greatest tributes to the source material was from Emily Rudd's performance. The emotions and pain she draws off from you in this moment are simply incredible. That's what made seeing her stab herself so difficult. And I'm glad we only got to see this twice, because I don't think anyone really wanted to see Nami Swan straight up going evil dead on herself for so long. But overall, it's truly how these two brought this scene to life. It was truly just a great piece of cinema. But moreover, for Emily Rudd, it was the build up to this climax from her previous scenes that made for such an amazing moment for her as Nami. She showed the internal struggles her character faces in the East Blue from her past with Alum tremendously. And I'm not mad at her for also being a badass with the bow staff so early on in the show. It's an example of how changes in different forms of media consumption can work. Moreover, her best moments, apart from the scene we just talked about, were with Zoro. Played by Makenyu, Zoro was introduced in the live action with such precision. His fight coordinations and lines are simply just some of the best in the show.
Kinda got my own thing going on.
Even his fight against Mihawk was truly my favorite. Scene for scene, bar for bar, it was just carried out so close to the source material. It's kinda amazing. Though Zoro is amazing, Mihawk steals the show in most, if not every scene he's in. Casually just roasting those weaker than him.
I don't hunt rabbits with a cannon.
Cutting ships in half like he's slicing bread. What can't this man honestly just do?
Magnificent.
Usopp and Sanji were also carried out really well, especially with their backstories, though they were cut a bit too short in many cases due to setting up Arlong as the final big boss and pushing the Marine storyline forward, which is understandable. It's hard to fit in so much in such little time. But I hope in season 2 we see more of Sanji and Usopp, cause even despite entering in so late, their charm and witty moments were enough to have you coming back in line for seconds. So overall, the fight scenes were decent, others tricky to be filmed without a doubt, and many character portrayals at first will have you like, well, that's not how the character is supposed to be. But honestly, when you hold up and simply let them cook, the results are more or less acceptable. A perfect example of this was Garp, who felt more like Sengoku with how enforcing he was, but the conclusion in episode 8 had you seeing what they were trying to do with him. The live action is good, great to most, perfect no, but honestly the mastering of a live action, especially One Piece at that, you can't help but be proud of what was achieved. And this is pushed towards newer audiences who might not have really watched the One Piece original anime to begin with, and it sticks close enough to the source material and it really deserves the seal of approval overall. Now if you're interested in watching the actual anime for One Piece or have a friend you'd like to get into the show, watch this short video on why One Piece is worth the hype. This has been your boy TRJ, the Real Last Jedi. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment and sub for more. Cheers.